Hello, everybody. Are you ready? Let's start the lesson now. 8 students have arrived. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes, teacher.
What did I ask you to do?
Workbook page number 88.
Oh, yes. Workbook page 88. Natural disasters, right? Oh, I hear. I will check. Amelia is missing. Tash raising.
Yes. Number 1, right? One is a pressure, Pressure. Pressure.
Yeah. Next, number 2. Swimming.
A strong will be the first a river to stop the water from flowing floods
It is a strong wall. Swimming, a strong wall. Korea. Suitong.
Dam. DEM.
Yes, that is dam. Okay, next one. Korea.
Recording in progress.
Hello. Okay, continue. Korea. Number 3. This area here. Vanessa.
Source. SOURCE.
Source. Where a river starts. So yeah, it is source. Go on. How about the letter?
Number 4 is plates. PLATES.
Synonym.
Hurricane. HURRICANE.
Yes, correct. Go on next. Kevin.
EQUATOR, equator.
Yes. Next. Ao Chanbai.
Crust, CRUST.
CRUST. Yeah, crust. Outside of a loaf of bread, the brown one, right? That is called crust. That's one.
Vibration. VIBRATION.
Yeah, vibration. How about tourism?
Number 9. Number 9. The side of a river bank. BANKS.
Yes, the sides. Sumin. Sumin, can you say?
I didn't get it.
Suitong.
Oxygen.
It makes up the fire triangle, oxygen. Let's go to number 2. Complete the text with a proposition from the box. Number 2. Who will read? Faria, start reading. It's Faria. Deleta, can you read?
Wildfires can move at speeds of over 20 kilometers an hour. They burn everything in their path.
Mm.
And then, do I
Go
need to
on.
continue? Oh, okay. In an earthquake, the earth plates press against each other, causing pressures to build up. Vibration travel up to the earth's surface. The energy is released over waves, which are strongest at the epicenter. Hurricane starts in the water near the equator.
Yes. Wait. Number 1, what did you put, by the way? Move?
At speed.
Yeah, because of speeds. It must be 80 at. And next one. They ban everything in their butt. The butt, yes. How about number 3?
Against.
Against. Because of each
Against.
other. Yeah. Because of each other. And number 4.
Up
To the. Because of the at surface. Yes. Up to. And how about number 5?
Over.
Release over waves. How about number 6?
At
the epicenter. Yes. For the epicenter, we say at. And next one, yeah, in the water, right? You mentioned that.
Yes.
In. How about number 8?
Near the equator.
Yeah, the equator. Yeah. So over waves. Release over waves. Is 89, page 89 included?
Yeah, you didn't use 89.
So only 88.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would like to make it sure. So let's continue then. How about the other books? Is homework finished? Hello, hello.
Page, you mean student book, right?
Yes, students book.
Page number 121.
Everybody, 1 to 1. Where should I start? Did we finish listening 28
No,
or not yet? Hmm.
you give number 4 for homework.
Yes. Excuse me, I want to review a little bit. Page 120. We have earth, wind, fire, and water. There are 4 paragraphs, right? We have already matched what is earthquakes, floods, hurricanes, wildfire, sorry. And also we have already matched the pictures. And now, number 4, find the final sentence for each paragraph in exercise 2. In exercise 2, you need to find the last sentence for each paragraph. So I will go orderly. Number A. Number A, Kevin. A, could you please read out?
Can wait a while, please.
What I say? Can you read the heat source?
The heat source can be lighting a campfire, a match, and even the sun. Wildfire.
The heat source can be lighting, a campfire, a match, and even the sun. So why? So it must be number 3, right? Paragraph 3. Yes. Why do you choose number 3? Tell me some reasons. Tell me the reason. I want to know the reason. Kevin, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hmm.
Is it heat source, campfire, and even the sun, a match,
Yes.
a lighting. It could be wildfire.
Previous sentence. When you look at previous sentence, it says like, this is called the fire triangle, right? This is called the fire triangle. So according to this, yes, it is 3. How about Sumin? Number B, 3.
The energy is released a wave which fell moves strongly at the epicenter. Paragraph 4.
Paragraph 4. Why?
Because it's the energy released in wave and fell more strongly at the epicenter.
They can also be caused by ice melting very quickly or by a dam busting, allowing a lot of water to escape. The energy is released in waves. Yeah, correct. Are felt most strongly at the epicenter. Wait, number C. Touch using.
This creates a single movement of creates a circular movement of a cloud and wind, which became faster and faster, reduces a
Massive storm.
storm. It is paragraph 1.
You mean hurricane?
Yes,
Why do you,
It produces the circular movement of cloud and wind.
which becomes faster and faster, producing a massive storm. So hurricane, storm, they are quite related, right? Yes, you are correct. And let's go to D. Xin Nai Miu.
Bridges, houses, trees, and cars can be picked up and carried away. Plus,
So you mean paragraph 4?
yes,
That's why I left Su Min's answer for a why. Why do you put, yeah, your answer is correct. D is correct. Why? Why do you put paragraph, D is for number 4? Why?
uh,
Why? Tell me the reason. I just want to know the reason. Look at the last sentence. It can also be caused by ice melting very quickly or by a dam busting, allowing a lot of water to escape. And it is about floods, and then go on bridges. You know, bridges related to floods, and houses, trees, and cars can be picked up and carried away. So according to this, it must be floods. Carried away, bridges, trees, right? So it is more related to floods. And the previous sentence, you need to read the previous sentence too. So it is paragraph 4. So, Su Min, which one, paragraph B, let's go back. The energy is released in waves. So waves can be in 2 ways. One, the one from the water, and the other one, it can be in this shape, in waves, electrical wave, like this, sort of, which are felt most strongly at the epicenter. Another keyword is epicenter. So Su Min, which one? B. Epicenter, huh? Say again. Paragraph 2, earthquake. Don't you see epicenter?
Yes.
Epicenter is related to earthquake. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. That's why it must be paragraph 2. All right. Now, #28. Listening to the news report, what kind of natural disaster does it describe? Can you tell from the rescue workers' accent where the disaster has happened? Okay, the main important one is the first one. What kind of natural disaster does it describe? That one. the main one is you must be able to catch what kind of natural disasters. That is the point. (28)
Track 28.
Hello, can you hear?
Yes, teacher.
I'm here in one of the support centres where people continue to arrive. They've lost their homes, their cars, and all their personal possessions. They've come here for food, water, and, if they're lucky, some clean clothes. Thousands of homes have been destroyed and almost 200 people have been killed. Remote villages in the outback have been hit the worst. I've just spoken to 2 volunteer firefighters, and here's what they told me.
We've worked flat out for 3 days now, trying to stop the blaze from spreading, but the wind has been so strong that it's spreading really quickly and it's very difficult to control it.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's got to be the worst ever.
It all started on Friday when the temperature was well above 40 degrees.
Second time.
Track 28.
I'm here in one of the support centres where people continue to arrive. They've lost their homes, their cars, and all their personal possessions. They've come here for food, water, and, if they're lucky, some clean clothes. Thousands of homes have been destroyed and almost 200 people have been killed. Remote villages in the outback have been hit the worst. I've just spoken to 2 volunteer firefighters, and here's what they told me.
We've worked flat out for 3 days now trying to stop the blaze from spreading, but the wind has been so strong that it's spreading really quickly and it's very difficult to control it.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's got to be the worst ever.
It all started on Friday when the temperature was well above 40 degrees.
Okay. So my question is, what kind of natural disaster?
I think it's forest fire.
Yes, correct. Why do you choose forest fire?
Because they mentioned about fire, also mentioned about village, so maybe it might be a forest fire.
Yes, correct.
Some villages, yeah.
Some words related to wildfires, right? Any other keywords that you had?
Many firefighter.
Yeah, firefighters, correct. Anything else?
I had a temperatures, high temperature.
So according to this, it must be wildfires, right? So concerning this, I want to go to this. Wait, I want to change this. I want to do this one. Use of English, present perfect, active or passive. That one. Delita, can you read?
Honestly, I can't see your screen.
How about now? I let you read this.
I still can't see this. It says like teacher has started screen sharing like that.
Wait. How about now? Yeah. How about now?
Oh yeah, I got you. So we often use the present perfect for reporting news when a particular pastime is not specified. Active, they have lost their home. Passive, thousands of homes have been destroyed.
Before we discuss active passive, the first thing that I need to say is, when do we have to use present perfect? Present perfect means has, have, plus verb 3. So we use present perfect for reporting news. Yes. Mostly, I don't mean all. For reporting news, we have to use present perfect. And another thing is a particular pastime is not specified. The pastime is not mentioned exactly. It is understood that it is finished, but a particular pastime is not specified and it is for reporting news. You can use present perfect. That's the point. So active, they have lost their homes. The doer is they. So it must be have lost. For passive, thousands of homes have been destroyed. Thousands of homes. Right? Okay, let's go to number 6. Complete the sentences with the correct present perfect form of the verbs in brackets. I'll jump by. The first one, you need to consider present perfect, active or passive.
They
There
have
is a time expression. So it must be present perfect, right? Because there is no exact
they have came for food.
specific time. They
They have came for food.
have come
Or they have come.
because they is doer. So it must be have come only, right? How about number 2? It is quite easy. Cancel by စစ်နိုင်မျိုး စစ်နိုင်မျိုး number 2.စစ်နိုင်မျိုး are you with me? Tatsu ang Tatsu ang
I have spoken to two volunteer
I have spoken to 2 volunteer firefighters. Why? Yes, correct. There is no specific time expression, so it must be have spoken. That touch was in.
Number 3, live. Number 3, have. I have been never seen anything like this in my life.
Why do you put being? Look at subject. Subject is I. So subject is doer or not? Think. I think I is subject, doer. So you need to consider present perfect only. No need to change passive form. So how will you say?
I have never seen anything like this in my life.
Only I have never seen. How about Kevin? Kevin?
Yes. 200 people have been killed.
Yes, because 200 people, they are not doers, they are not subject. So it must be passive. And plural form, have been killed. How about next? Vanessa.
remote village have been hit the worst.
Villages. It is plural. So it must be, there is no time expression. So it must be passive. Have been hit. Because villages is plural. Passive, have been hit. So everybody, do you understand number 6? Do you understand this grammar point?
Teacher, I'm a little confused, teacher.
Which one? First thing that you need to understand is that if you don't see time expression exactly, you are supposed to use present perfect. Present perfect means has, have plus verb 3. Here I let you underline when a particular past time is not specified. It's not specified. So it means that the exact time expression is not Machine, exactly. Another point, reporting use. You are supposed to use present perfect. It means has, have plus verb 3. That's all. For active passive, you need to look at subject. Here, 1, 2, 3, they all are doers. Subject. So they are subjects. So you need to use active form. Right? But 4 and 5, 200 people, remote villages, they are not doers. They are objects actually. So you need to use passive form. Passive form, you know it already. You need to put being. That's why have been killed, have been hit. Subject is people and villages. That's why. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, teacher.
So that's all for this lesson. Let's continue. Drought in East Africa. Everybody, drought. Lack of rain, right? Drought. You know the meaning of drought? You have encountered this word before. Lack of rain is really hot. Crops cannot be grown because of the lack of rain. That is called drought. That event happened in East Africa. In East Africa, drought happened. So before we read this test, why is water important for life? I will discuss for that. Okay, tell me, why is water important for life?
We need water to drink.
Yeah, of course, for drinking. Definitely, if you don't drink, you will die. So for drinking, water is necessary. Anything else?
Cooking.
Yeah, for cooking, for food. Yeah, for cooking, water is necessary. Anything else?
For washing.
For washing, cleaning. Yeah, you cannot stay without taking a bath, right? It is so confusing. That situation is very confusing. So let's do reading. Read this report by Action 8. Action 8, that is the name of the organization, Action 8. Why do you think it was written? Okay, only when you read, you will know it. This event is happening in East Africa. As you know, Africa is very hot. And I want you to read this text. There are some words in number 2 in the test. Later, I will ask you the meaning of these words. No other task. Oh, here. You must try to understand the meaning. You must be able to tell me the simple definition of these words. And also number 3, read the report again and answer the questions. 1 to 5. Actually, okay, we will discuss number 5 later. 1 to 4, just, and if you have time, you can think ahead for 5. 1 to 5. Do it quickly. It's easy. Can I check? Okay. I just let you brainstorm. Number one. Hello, can I check? Nobody has replied.
So, is some question supposed to answer by ourselves, like with our opinion?
Yes. Open question. That's why. You can take reference, but it is quite open. We cannot say that your answer is correct and my answer is wrong. It is open. Okay, let's see. Number one, what is the crisis described in the report and who has it affected? Everybody stop doing, just listen. The crisis. Drought is a kind of crisis, right? We have had 2 crises in Myanmar. That is also called crisis. The crisis described in the report, who has it affected? Look at the first one. Maria, what is the crisis described?
The severe drought
Yes. Where?
in second paragraph.
Second paragraph, first line.
Yes.
Severe drought across some East African countries. That is the crisis. For the first one here, a severe drought across some East African countries. And the second one, who has it affected? Kevin, who has it affected?
Kids in Africa. I mean, people and children in Africa. East Africa.
It's quite general. How about Sinamu? Do you agree? His answer is not wrong. He has seen the information, East Africa. Then it says, yeah, of course. What else?
And United Nations say 250,000 children are seriously malnourished.
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 And next one. Number 2, how has the crisis affected Sabria and her family? This time personal, Sabria and her family only. Tashwizin,
they don't get enough food and water, and they can't wash it.
where do you see that information?
In the column 2, we go to bed hungry every night and we don't wash anymore. We drink all the water we get and stay not enough.
They don't have enough food and they don't have enough water to drink. And number 3, how are the people surviving? How are the people surviving? Sui Tuong.
Some families are only eating 1 meal a day and children are missing school in order to help their families.
Wait, Dileta, can you give a specific answer?
Peoples are surviving by the help of the Action Aid in Kenya.
Wait,
Wait. Paragraph 3. In Kenya, the Charities Action Aid is working hard to give emergency help to people.
correct. Is that all? So they have to survive with the help of this the Charity Action Aid, right? How about next, number 4? Is the situation going to improve in the near future? That is your opinion. Vanessa, what do you think? Number 4. Jamai, what do you think?
The report ends. Hello?
Yes. Is the situation, I'm doing number 4 and you are saying number 5.
Yeah, number
Is the
4.
situation going to improve in the near future?
Yes, slowly and surely, I think.
Why do you want to choose yes? Because that is yes, no question. So you said, yes, the situation is going to improve in the near future. Why?
Because the children are like being hopeful.
Where?
Like second column.
Second column where? Okay, go on, go on. Yeah, you can continue now. Say, say.
Despite such extreme circumstances, the Nebu and Sabria are both hopeful for the future.
Here, such extreme circumstances are both hopeful for the future. Because of that, you think that things will be hopeful for the future, right?
Yes.
How about number 5? Number 5, that's who are. Number 5, how does the report end and why do you think it ends in this way? This one is quiet. How about the others? Who wants to answer for number 5? How does the report end and why do you think it ends in this way? Okay, first question. How does the report end? Faria, say.
In my opinion, I think the report ends like this because it shows that even though these kind of things are still happening, but the mother and the child still have hope for a better future.
They have good attitude. They are quite optimistic, right, for the future. Anyone who wants to complete the answer? Why do you think it ends in this way? Despite the bad situation, they still have optimistic, but they are still optimistic, right, for the future. To encourage the local people, maybe. All right, now I want to focus on number 4. The text, oh yeah, wait. Number 2, here are some words that you encountered in the test. Severe. What is the meaning of severe?
Very extreme.
Extreme. Yes, severe means extreme. Drought. Different person, please. Drought. Sinamyo, what is the meaning of drought?
There is no rain.
No rain. Okay, lack of rain, right? And how about next? How about urgent?
It is like something is happening, and it is in a critical moment.
Urgent, sudden, right? Malnourished. Who wants to answer for malnourished?
Lack of food.
Yeah, you know, the people from Africa, as you see, they don't have enough food, so their appearance, right? Malnutrition, we say like that. Circumstances. What is the meaning of circumstances? Circumstances. Can you tell me circumstances?
Situation.
Yes, situations. Another word for circumstances, situations. Everybody, I will read one time and later you have to read. Severe, drought, urgent, malnourished, circumstances. Can you try? Say severe.
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 Drought.
Urgent. Malnourished.
Circumstances.
Drought. Say drought.
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 Okay. Now we are going to do number 4. Before I go to number 4, I will go to the theory. I will let some students, it is important. Sinamyo, can you start reading this one? This one. Use of English, despite and in spite of.
Despite and in spite of have the same meaning. Like although, despite and in spite of introduce a contrast. In spite of.
Everybody, do you know although, though? Although, though, do you know the meaning of although, though? Do you debate?
Yes.
However, they have the same meaning, but the use. is quite different. So in spite of and despite, they are the same as although or though. Although or though, the same meaning. So go on, Sinamil. Introduce a contrast. Everybody underline. Introduce a contrast for contrast idea. We use that way. Read.
In spite of, despite, in spite of, or despite the charity efforts, 5 million people are in urgent need of food. Urgent need of food. After despite or in spite of, we use a noun or noun phrase, a pronoun or the ing form of the verb.
That is the key word. Everybody, I have underlined some key points. Despite, in spite of, they are the same as though or though. The meanings are the same. The thing is this one. Despite, in spite of, followed by noun phrase, a pronoun, the ing form. Despite, in spite of, followed by noun or noun phrase. Just noun like that. Okay. For example, like, despite the charity's efforts. In spite of the charity's efforts. Noun phrase only. No sentence. It cannot be followed by the sentence. It must be a phrase only. And next one. Who will continue? Wait. Kevin, try. Kevin, try. Despite such extreme circumstances, Kevin, are you with me?
Yes.
Despite
Despite such extremely
extreme, not extreme. Extreme.
Extreme how to pronounce circumstances. Singapore and Serbia are both hopeful for the future.
Here in the paragraph, it says, despite such extreme circumstances. That is the noun phrase, followed by subject and verb. Another way, that's pronoun form. Read, despite this. Come on. Kevin, read. Despite this.
Despite this, they have continued to have a positive attitude.
Despite this. So pronoun is followed. And next one.
Despite having very little food and water, they are managing to survive.
Despite having very little food and water. So noun phrase. So here through this, what you have to note down is that in spite of and despite followed by noun phrase or noun. Sentence is not followed. Okay, now I will let you do it. In your notebook, you can write the answer. You are given the example for number 1. Touch and read. Although they were hungry.
Although they were hungry, the children managed to sleep.
So I said already, although is the same as despite or in spite of. So you could say like, despite, all right? You need to change this sentence into noun phrase, right? When you change a sentence into noun, you need to look at verb. Listen. Verb, you need to change it into verb ing. to make it noun. So be where. If you want to change where into noun, it must be verb ing. So the infinitive, the base form is beb. So despite being hungry, they means children. So you will put children after this sentence. Despite being hungry, comma, the children managed to sleep. Got it? You are given like despite plus verb ing, in spite of plus noun phrase. But when you do writing, you have to do it on your own. You have to decide. So just note that despite is followed by ing form, noun phrase, pronoun, that way. Can you try 2 to 5 on your own? Try. Can I check? Okay, I want to ask number 2. Vanessa, read. Tell me your answer. Vanessa. That's who
In spite of severe growth,
Sabia.
in spite of the severe growth,
Sabia drought.
severe growth, some Bria and her family have sent water to drink.
Yes. Followed by noun phrase. So here there is not important. As it is sentence, you put the noun phrase. So the main important answer is a severe drought. So you put like this, in spite of a severe drought. Got it? And next, number 3, xin này nhiều.
Despite going to school at the moment, Sabria hopes to return in the future.
Wait, although and despite the same. It must be followed by noun phrase. Although she doesn't go to school, she is Sabria, so you will omit that. Doesn't is helping verb, you must omit. But be aware of not. So, not to change the meaning. Xin này miếu.
Despite not going
Despite not going
to school at the moment, Sabria hopes to return in the future.
It must be like that, right? Despite not going to. You need to change verb into ing to make it noun. So go will be going. But not to change the meaning, you need to put not going to school. Let's go to number 4, Suming.
In spite of these problems, they remain positive.
You have to put pronoun, so they have is out. In spite of these problems. The keywords are these. That is the noun phrase. Yes. Touch phrase in number 5.
This first working
Despite. Yes.
Despite working hard to look after their animals, there is nothing people can do when there is no rain.
Despite, you need to change verb ing to make it
Working.
noun. Working hard, right? You don't need to put the. To look after the animals, comma, there is nothing. The rest are copied. So this exercise is important. Do you understand? Let's go to next. Raising money for charity. When and why do people raise money for charity? When do people raise money for charity?
During tough times.
Sorry?
During tough times.
Yeah, during the hard time, when many people need help, right? Due to the disasters, due to the crisis, people raise money for charity, right? Do you know the meaning of charity, by the way? How will you translate it into Burmese? Delita, how will you translate it into Burmese? Yes. Okay. Charity fetes are often held in villages in Britain during the summer. French words. Charity, fakes. You will see fakes here. Read about games to play at a charity fete. Choose one of them and draw a picture to other. So what I want you to do is, I want you to know the nature of games that are played in a charity fete, right? So please read, just that's all. So there are different types of games. Yeah, I will give another question. It is not included, but there is no tax. That is why I put my own question. Which game is the most enjoyable one and why? Which game is the most enjoyable one and why? Have you read? By which game is the most enjoyable one and why?
I think the sack race, because like you have to compete against a lot of people, and when you win, like you will feel very rewarding that you won against a group of people.
Oh, okay. How was Yasutue?
I would choose the second one, apple popping, because you have to put your face into the bowl, which is full of waters, and like you have to like pick at an apple with your teeth. So I think it is the most enjoyable.
How about Sinaimu? Which one would you like to choose for you?
I'm not finished yet, teacher.
The reading speed is quite slow. How about Kevin? Kevin, quickly. Which one would you like to choose? The most enjoyable one. Sweet Tom.
For me, it's side race.
Why?
Like standing in a side is not easy, but they have to jump, so it's gonna be funny, I guess.
Okay, so you understand the games. Okay. Now I want to do listening, everybody. Actually, no task, just for reading. So let's go to listening 29. Listen to a conversation. What event is about to take place? What event is about to take place? Here, the main task is here, number 4. Listen again and answer these questions. What does Steve ask Mrs. Ockman about? Okay, that is the example. Read 1 to 7. Read the questions quickly. Listen now.
Track 29.
Mrs. Oakman.
Everybody, can you hear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Steve. What is it now?
Where would you like this table?
Oh, put it over there. It doesn't really matter. This fete is going to be a disaster anyway.
Oh, why?
Why? Well, look at those black clouds.
Well, I'll put the table down here then.
Nobody will come when they see the weather. We'll never make any money on a day like this. Ah, Major Fortescue! How nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Linda. I say, it's looking marvellous. I think this is going to be a great success. You've got all the stalls set out beautifully.
Oh, thank you, Major. How kind.
Now, they say it's going to rain, but that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years ago, we did very well indeed, in spite of the terrible weather.
Yes, I remember.
People like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like today, and that raises a lot of money.
How right you are. That's right. On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves.
Track 29.
Mrs. Oakman.
Second time.
Yes, Steve. What is it now?
Where would you like this table?
Oh, put it over there. It doesn't really matter. This fete is going to be a disaster anyway.
Okay, number 1. What does Steve ask Mrs. Ockman about? Jamai, what did you hear?
Where to put the table?
Yes. So Steve asked Mrs. Oakman about putting the table, right? About putting the table. So the answer for number 1 is about putting the table.
Oh, why?
Why? Well, look at those black clouds.
Well,
So number 2, Sume, describe Mrs. Ockman's attitude to Steve.
I think that she is a little depressed
Yeah, she is depressed. Why?
because of the weather.
Yeah, because of the weather. Yeah. So she thinks that the fate is going to be a disaster, right?
Yes.
Correct. So number 2, she is quite depressed because of the bad weather. Okay. Why does Mrs. Ockman say the event is going to be a disaster? It is also finished. Scenario for number 3, why does Mrs. Ockman say the event is going to be a disaster? Why? Hello. Suitong, what did you hear for number 4? Number 3. The event is going to be a disaster. Why?
I think because they will never make any money on a day like this.
Because of the black cloud, nobody will come and they cannot make money. That is the answer for number 3. Because of the black cloud, nobody will come to the fete and they could not make money. That is for number 3. What happened 2 years ago?
I'll put the table down here then.
Nobody will come when they see the weather. We'll never make any money on a day like this.
That is for number 3.
Ah, Major Fortescue, how nice to see you.
Good afternoon, Linda. I say, it's looking marvellous. I think this is going to be a great success. You've got all the stalls set out beautifully.
Oh, thank you, Major. How kind.
Now, they say it's going to rain, but that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years ago, we did very well indeed, in spite of the terrible weather.
Yes,
What happened 2 years ago? Touch with him.
Have a terrible weather.
And what happened? What did they do? Who wants to complete the answer? Yeah, there was a terrible weather 2 years ago. And what happened? How about Faria?
I didn't really understand what they said.
But that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years...
Major, how kind.
Now, they say it's going to rain, but that can be an advantage.
How true.
A couple of years ago, we did very well indeed, in spite of the terrible weather.
So, who can say?
Does that sound like did very well indeed despite the weather or something?
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. They did very well indeed, despite the bad weather. That is the answer for number 4. What happened 2 years ago? They did very well indeed, in spite of the bad weather. And number 5, why can bad weather be an advantage for an event like this? Why?
Yes, I remember.
People like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like today.
Why? Dilita, what did you hear for number 5? Bad weather be an advantage for every an event like this. Why?
Like they can make more money, like buying, selling nice cupcakes and a couple of tea. So I think.
Yes, on a this.
And that raises a lot of money.
How right you are. That's right. On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves.
On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves. But on a rainy day, like this means, when the bad weather is bad, people like to buy some cakes and hot cup of tea. That is when they could take advantage of the bad weather.
Yes, yes, I remember.
People like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like today.
On a day like today means the weather is bad. So number 5, why can bad weather be an advantage for an event like this? On a hot day, people drink water, which they bring themselves. The answer is quite long. You could take that answer. Or people like a nice hot cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like this. That is the answer for number 5. People like a nice cup of tea and piece of cake on a day like this, so they will buy the food from the stores. On a hot day, if the weather is good, the people won't buy and they just drink water that they have brought. That is for number 5. How would you describe Mrs. Oakman's attitude to Major Fortescue?
And that raises a lot of money.
How right you are. That's right. On a hot day, they just drink water, which they bring themselves.
So number 6. Faria, how would you describe Mrs. Oakman's attitude?
Good, agreeing.
So it means that he has good attitude to he has good attitude to Mr. Major, right?
Yes, Major Fortescue or whatever.
He has agreed to his words. Overall, number 7, what is the difference between Mrs. Oakman's opinion at the beginning of the conversation and at the end? Who will answer? That's Su Ong. The beginning and ending, what is the difference? Who wants to answer that? Come on. Who wants to answer? Jaleda, can you say?
Okay. At first, she depressed because of the cloud. Yeah. She was depressed because of the black cloud, and also she didn't. She wasn't willing to held this event. Yeah, and after speaking to the major, she finally did agree with his says, and like she is really, his word, and she finally wills to held that event, and also she finally knew that it will make more money.
At first, she was pessimistic, right? She thought that things will be bad. She could not make money. But after meeting Major, she has become optimistic. Right? Okay. So I will stop here. We have finished listening. But I will give you homework, everyone. I will give you homework. The what book? Page 89. Everybody open page. What book? Page 89. It is useful. Page 90, you have to read. 90, it is also useful. 91. Yeah, do it. They are useful. 92, crossword. Raising money for children. Yeah, 92 cannot be done yet because you haven't finished that lesson. Up to 91. Everybody, 89, 90, 91 in what book? Any question? Hello? No?
No, Chair.
Okay, I will stop here. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Have a nice weekend.